Hi! Alright friends, today we're going to start our mask. So the first thing we need is our template. Make sure we have this ready to go. We do have to share them. So we're going to have 2 clumps of clay. You're going to get 2 clumps for this. And you are going to combine them. You're going to squish them together like this. You have 1 big clump. Now we're gonna make a big slab. Now, if you've ever made tortillas or pupusas, we're gonna start it off like that, kind of. All right, so we're gonna create a sphere, nice big one. And then we're gonna press it between our hands, kind of make it like a little pancake with our hands first before we put it on the table. You can press and turn. You can squish. Trying to keep it pretty even though. This is a big piece of clay. Your hands might get tired after a while, but it's okay. It's gonna look great in the end. All right, now when it's about this big, we're ready for the table. So we're gonna press, flip. Don't forget to flip. Press, flip, press. You don't have to hit it. I just like to. Press. Flip. Do you see how it's pretty even all the way around? So it gets a little thinner here, but we want it to be as even as possible. And we need to make sure it can cover our template. Now, I'm gonna put this on top of here. I can't see it anymore, but I know it's under here. So I'm gonna try my best to think about this imaginary line I can't see and cut out my mask. Let's see how well I did with the top. Pretty good. Now I'm gonna line it up to here. Pull it aside a little bit so I can see this line. Now I'm gonna go straight across here. Put the extra to the side. There we go. We're getting somewhere. It's pretty close. Now for the eyes. I'm gonna bring this down here and kind of guess where the eyes go, right? So I'm gonna look at here and I'm gonna act like I'm drawing really lightly before I commit and actually push it through. I'm using my template as a guide to copy where my eyes are gonna go. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I think I like this. I can move my template out of the way with my scribe, going straight in, cutting it out all the way through. And then I have this piece. Next for the other piece. There I have my eyes. This is the beginning of my mask. Can circle it out the inside. Now I'm gonna think, what did my creature have? Before I crumple this up, I might be able to use some of these. So my creature had pointy ears. So I'm gonna do triangles out of this piece because I can use this piece again. Now I need to scratch and attach this back onto my ears. To do that, I need to get my slip, which is my clay water, and my toothbrush to scratch and attach. So I'm going to dip in the slip, scratch both sides. So I scratched my ear. Now I have to scratch where I'm going to put the ear on my mask. Then I'm going to squish them together. Then I'm going to grab my clay tool. I'm going to smooth them together. Kind of like smoothing ice cream, icing onto a cake. Blending them together so they're all in one piece. Now I need to make sure that my pieces are thick enough, because if they were too thin, it's going to fall right off. Let's see. Ooh, just thick enough. There we go. Same thing with my other ear. Dip in a little slip, scratch, and attach. Squish it together. Squish it with your finger first. Then with the clay tool, just to make it extra strong. All right, what if you want to add like a nose onto your creature? I do want to add a nose. So I kind of need my nose to be bigger than this, so I'm gonna squish it up. My nose is going to stick out a little bit. So I want my nose to stick out. So I need to make a little pinch pot. So I have my sphere, get my thumb, stick my thumb in. I'm going to make a pinch pot. I'm going to go pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. Because I want it to stick up. Now, if this was too big, I would just make a smaller one. I want my nose to be big. So I'm going to stretch out my nose because I want it to be kind of tall nose. Aha! Getting there. I want it to be even taller. Now, how would I attach this to this? If you said scratch and attach with the toothbrush, you are so right. Swirl it in the slip. Figure out my circle of where I'm going to put this. I need to scratch and attach both sides, because if you don't, it's going to pop off in the cone. And we don't want that. We're doing all this work. We need it to stick together. So now I'm gonna squish it on. And if I need to, use the clay tool, smooth it down. If you don't want a nose that sticks out and you just want a flat nose, you could definitely do the scratch and attach method like I did with the ears to add on any shape nose you want. But I wanted to show you how to make a 3D nose in case you were interested. But you don't have to, because you're the artist and you make the choice. All right, my nose is coming along pretty great. Now it has some cracks on the top, so I'm going to smooth them out. Oh, it's nice and smooth. Now, I can't just leave this here. I need to make sure I have air holes for the air to get in here. But I want to protect my nose. I don't want to mess up the design on the top. So I'm going to hide my air holes because air needs to get in my pinch pot or my pinch pot's going to explode. So I'm going to show you how to hide it. I'm going to lift it up a little bit. I'm going to put my air holes right under my nose. Like this. Kind of like nostrils, right? For our actual nose. Now, if you want me to check and make sure your holes are big enough, I can do that for you. Just gotta ask. So here is my mask. I think I'm gonna add coils around my eyes just to make it look more interesting. Remember, I need to scratch and attach to add those. Make sure you see those toothbrush marks on both sides of what you're attaching. Because if you don't, it could pop off in the kiln. Some of my footage because my phone died. So I added a few coils around the eyes with the scratch and attach method, and I made sure that I added holes with my scribe at the bottom of my nose because my pinch pot needs to be able to breathe. So if you add a pinch pot to yours, you just need to add holes to it, and if you need help, go ahead and ask. So now that I'm done, I'm going to lift it up with two hands very gently. I can see that this needs to be smoothed out a little bit more with a little slip. If you use too much slip, it makes your clay weak. But if you use just enough, it makes it nice and strong. So now it is ready for Miss Castillo to write your name on the back. So I will write your name for you. You will hold it and I will write it for you. And then this is gonna dry for 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, we will paint it. So stay tuned for the glazing video where we paint our masks. Thanks for watching. Bye.